Shalom. First and foremost, giving God praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakak Badash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. And double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And welcome to another series of quick and important information being brought to you by the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And I just wanted to give you a quick and important update based on Europe. And here it says the European Union, which EU is an acronym for European Union, which speaks of the 10 cities that sit on the 7 heads of NATO, which the 7 heads represents 7 major governments which are a part of NATO. Okay, but the 10 cities which sit on the 7 heads of NATO, are heading for war economy. Okay, so the European Union are heading for war economy. And for those who don't know what a war economy is, this is what a war economy is. So here in Investopedia.com, www.investopedia.com, they give you a really good idea of what a war economy is. And here it says, war economy is the organization of a country's production, capacity, and distribution during a time of conflict. A war economy must make substantial adjustments to its consumer production, which that's a part of the economy, because ultimately what makes up an economy? Production and consumption. Now, if a country is producing more than it's consuming, then you got a good economy. That country has a good economy. But if economy is consuming more than what it's producing, then you have a destabilizing economy that have the potential to cause that country to head into a recession. But anyways, it says a war economy must make substantial adjustments to its consumer production to accommodate defense production needs. And who's responsible for a country's defense? The military. So in a war economy, the distribution of resources is mainly focused towards supporting and maintaining a country's military. So you could better understand, a war economy focuses more on supporting the country's military more than the people. Now, don't get me wrong, in a war economy, the people are supported by the government. However, the government carefully rations out resources to the people in order to preserve its resources. That means that people may not get gas every day. You may not be able to get oil every day for your vehicle. You may not have gas every day for your homes. Because in a war economy, a country preserves its resources and carefully rations it out to the people while mainly supporting the military, and also focus on improving the economy as well. But how would that work out for Europe? Anyways, it says in a war economy, governments must choose how to allocate their country's resources very carefully in order to achieve military victory while also meeting vital domestic consumer demands. And vital domestic consumer demands could be food, it could be water, it could be necessities for hygienes, such as toilet paper, soap, deodorant, things of that nature. Okay? So here's some key takeaways on the war economy. It says war economy refers to an economy of a country at war. And we can say that the European Union's economy is at war mainly because of serious gas shortages. It says governments in a war economy must decide how to allocate resources to account for their defense needs, which that defense, a country's defense is their military, and also national security. War economies generally use tax dollars for defense spending. So in a war economy, people's tax dollars will be going towards the military, well, mostly the military. It says war economies often are responsible for industrial, technological, and medical advancements due to the pressure to create better products at a cheaper cost. So understanding war economy refers to an economy of a country at war. A war economy prioritizes the production of goods and services that support war efforts. And who's responsible for war efforts? The military. So their main priority is going to be supporting the military. So this war, this conflict concerning Russia and gas and the whole situation in Ukraine, it's about to get turned up to another notch. So it says, a war economy prioritizes the production of goods and services that support war efforts, while also seeking to strengthen the economy as a whole, as I mentioned earlier. During times of conflict, governments may take measures to prioritize defense and national security expenditures. This includes rationing, in which the government controls the distribution of goods and services as well as resource allocation. So as I said earlier, you people out there, you're not going to just be able to just have gas whenever you want. Okay? Gas is going to be rationed out to you people. Oil is going to be rationed out to you people. Vital resources is going to be rationed out to you people. You're not going to be able to just go to grocery stores real soon and buy 2 grocery carts worth of food for your family anymore. Okay? They're going to put a limit on how much you can buy, or on how much you can spend, so you can better understand. And that's what it means by the government rationing out resources to civilians while mainly focusing on the military. In times of war, each country approaches the reconfiguration of an economy. Listen, in times of war, each country approaches the reconfiguration of its economy in a different way, and some governments may prioritize particular forms of spending over others. So the EU might be reconfiguring the resource spending of their economy in order to preserve what they have left. They might be reconfiguring, the EU might be reconfiguring this country to preserve resources which they may already have left. And that's what happens during a war economy. The economy is reconfigured. And I gave you some examples earlier on how a country reconfigure its economy during a war economy. Rationing, for an example, focusing more on military and national security. It says, for a country with a war economy, tax dollars are primarily used on defense, like the military, like national security. Likewise, if a country is borrowing large amounts of money, those funds may go mostly towards maintaining the military and meeting national security needs. Conversely, in countries without such conflict, tax revenue and borrowed money may be used to improve infrastructure and domestic programs such as education. War economies often exist out of necessity when a country feels it needs to make national defense a priority. War economies often demonstrate more industrial, technological, and medical advancements because they are in competition and therefore under pressure to create better defense products at a cheaper cost. However, because of that focus, countries with war economies may also experience a decline in domestic development and production. And when it says domestic, that has a lot to do with the civilians. So, or domestic can also mean within a country, within a neighborhood, within a city, within a state, within an area, within a house. So domestic can also have a lot to do with within the country or a state or whatever. So now you have an idea of what a war economy is. So over here, Orban said that the European Union, the 10 cities that are a part of the 7 heads of NATO, are heading for war economy. And a part of this reason is because of major gas shortages. As you see down here, the Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban has lambasted an EU plan to reduce gas consumption by 15% because gas is a major necessity for Europe. And without gas, Europe could experience serious economic issues that could lead from a recession into a depression. So right here, it says he warned that Europe will face an energy crisis, a recession, and political turmoil. So this is where the EU is heading. With that, I'm going to say Shalom is on to the next one.